Hello friend, are you curious to discover how wild boar meat gets from the farm to your plate? But how do modern techniques ensure quality and efficiency in such a complex operation? In today's video, we will delve into the innovative practices that shape this top establishment. Let's explore. Traditionally hunted for centuries, wild boar was a prized delicacy, especially in regions like Tuscany, Italy, and Bavaria, Germany, where today it remains popular. Italy and Germany each process hundreds of thousands of wild boars annually, with Germany exceeding 600,000. Spain is home to one of Europe's largest processing plants, located in Castile and Leon, handling around 2 million boars each year. The growing demand for wild boar meat is fueled by its lean, high-protein content and the increasing preference for organic, sustainably sourced foods. Rising populations in countries like Poland, where over 200,000 boars are processed annually, have further boosted the industry. However, with booming production comes the challenge of balancing economic growth with sustainable farming and wildlife management practices. Sustainable wild boar farming in Europe promotes animal welfare, environmental responsibility, and meets the needs of the industry. Although European farmers limit the space for wild boars to move, they instead provide housing areas that satisfy the animals' needs. This approach enhances both meat quality and animal health. In Poland, where more than 150,000 wild boars are processed each year, farms comply with strict EU regulations to maintain high standards of hygiene, animal health, and sustainability. Many facilities have large open areas and efficient waste management systems to reduce environmental impact. Spain's wild boar industry, with a processing plant in Extremadura that processes more than 1.5 million wild boars each year, also adheres to environmentally friendly measures, such as reducing the use of antibiotics and providing organic feed. These European farms focus on sustainable farming to provide ethically sourced meat while protecting local ecosystems. The reproduction process and care of baby wild boars in European wild boar farming follow natural, yet carefully managed practices. Wild boars typically breed once or twice a year, with female sows giving birth to litters ranging from 4 to 6 piglets after a gestation period of about 115 days. In sustainable farming systems, sows are often kept in free-range environments where they have ample space to build nests for their piglets. Once born, baby wild boars known as piglets receive close attention in the early stages. They remain with their mothers for up to 3 months, feeding on the sow's milk, which is rich in nutrients to ensure healthy growth. During this time, farmers monitor their development, ensuring proper nutrition and care, often providing supplemental food such as grains or acorns. Farmers ensure that the piglets grow in conditions similar to their natural habitat, helping them develop strong immune systems. Additionally, European farms maintain high standards for animal welfare, ensuring that piglets are kept in clean, spacious areas to minimize stress and the risk of disease. Wild boars typically take 18 to 24 months to mature before they are ready to be transported to the food factory for processing. They are not completely free-range, but the care and attention given to them by experienced farmers makes them a high-quality food source. Criteria for selecting finished wild boars include their weight, which typically ranges from 150 to 220 pounds, and their health status, ensuring that the animals are free of disease and have been raised to strict husbandry standards. When it comes time to transport, farmers use simple but effective means, such as cattle trailers or specially designed trucks with ventilation systems to ensure the boars are comfortable during transport. The animals are loaded carefully, taking care to minimize stress, as high stress levels can affect the quality of the meat. Transport distances are kept short, with most boars being sent to local processing facilities to maintain freshness. At the food factory, the animals are further inspected before the processing stage begins. Processing wild boar meat in a food factory involves several specialized steps that differentiate it from domestic pork production. Wild boar meat is known for its unique flavor profile, which is richer and more robust than pork. and its leaner composition, featuring lower fat content. Nutritionally, wild boar meat offers higher levels of protein, iron, and zinc, making it a healthier alternative for consumers. In the food factory, the processing begins with a thorough inspection of the animals to ensure quality and safety. The meat is then expertly cut, trimmed, and packaged, often including various products like sausages, salami, and fresh cuts. The demand for wild boar meat in Europe has led to price ranges typically between $8 to $12 per pound, depending on the cut and preparation method. This higher price reflects the meat's artisanal appeal and sustainable sourcing, as wild boars are usually raised in free-range environments. What about you? How do you rate wild boar meat on your taste scale? Share with Trending Farm, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel to follow the unique developments of food factories around the world.
What do you know about Iowa's agriculture? Perhaps one of the bright spots in their farming landscape comes from the state's duck farms, which are committed to high standards of facility management and animal welfare. In the Iowa State University Extension area, these farms typically provide enclosures that offer at least 2 to 3 square feet of space per duck, ensuring proper ventilation and access to clean water sources. Ducks are generally permitted outside for grazing after about 3 weeks, allowing them to forage on grass and insects, which enhances their health and promotes natural behaviors. In regions like Story County, farms can accommodate anywhere from 1,000 to 5,000 ducks, depending on their scale. In Iowa, ducks thrive in a favorable living environment that emphasizes natural behaviors, and this contributes to their breeding cycles. Typically, ducks begin breeding in the spring, around March or April, when the weather warms up and food sources become abundant. A healthy female duck can lay anywhere from 150 to 300 eggs per year, depending on the breed, with Muscovy ducks often being at the higher end of that range. Farmers harvest the eggs by gently collecting them from nesting boxes, ensuring they remain clean and intact. Once gathered, the eggs are carefully placed in incubators, which maintain a consistent temperature of around 9.5 deg and humidity levels of 50 to 55% to encourage proper development. The incubation period lasts about 28 days, after which the ducklings hatch. The living environment for ducklings is designed to be nurturing and supportive, featuring heated brooding areas that keep the young birds warm during their first few weeks of life. Farmers typically provide plenty of bedding, clean water for dipping, and space to roam, allowing ducklings to explore and socialize. With access to fresh air and natural light, these conditions foster healthy growth and development, setting the stage for a thriving duck farm in Iowa. To achieve high duck egg yields, it's essential for farms to provide a balanced diet that meets the nutritional needs of the ducks. Ducks require a diet rich in protein, vitamins, and minerals, with a recommended protein content of around 16 to 18% for laying ducks. In Iowa, duck farms often utilize a combination of commercial duck pellets and high-quality grains like corn and soybean meal to create a nutritious feed mix. On average, an adult duck consumes about 4 to 5 ounces of feed per day, but this can increase during peak laying periods when they may require up to 6 ounces. In addition to commercial feeds, many Iowa farms incorporate fresh greens, such as clover and alfalfa, and allow ducks access to natural foraging, which includes insects and small invertebrates, to enhance their diet further. Some farms also provide grit, such as crushed oyster shells, to aid digestion and promote stronger eggshells. Notably, duck farms in Iowa often utilize automated feeding systems that dispense feed multiple times throughout the day, ensuring that ducks have consistent access to nourishment. This method not only maximizes efficiency but also helps maintain the duck's health and productivity. Meeting these dietary standards is crucial for duck farms aiming to operate like a food factory, as it promotes optimal egg production while ensuring the quality of the eggs, ultimately satisfying consumer demands for high-quality poultry products. The facilities often include spacious barns designed to protect ducks from extreme weather, with features like insulated walls and ample sunlight. Additionally, the surrounding areas are typically landscaped with grassy patches and water troughs, allowing ducks to exhibit their natural behaviors while also ensuring their safety and comfort. The processing of ducks in a food factory in Iowa follows stringent food safety standards designed to ensure the highest quality and safety of the final product. Initially, ducks are transported to the food factory in clean, ventilated vehicles to minimize stress and contamination. Upon arrival, they undergo thorough inspections to verify health and quality. Inside the food factory, the processing line begins with humane handling practices that comply with USDA regulations, ensuring that the ducks are treated ethically throughout the process. Once processed, ducks are rapidly chilled in water baths at temperatures between 32 degf and 34 degf to maintain freshness, and their carcasses are meticulously cleaned in automated washing stations that use food-safe sanitizers to eliminate any potential contaminants. The food safety standards in Iowa require that all processing equipment in the food factory be sanitized regularly, with a cleaning schedule that dictates that all surfaces must be cleaned at least every 4 hours during operation. Workers follow strict hygiene protocols, including wearing protective gear and practicing hand washing before and after handling the ducks. Additionally, temperature controls are closely monitored to prevent bacterial growth, with guidelines stating that processed ducks must be kept at temperatures below 40 degf until packaging. The processing line continues with various cuts being made, including whole ducks, duck breasts, and duck legs, with production rates in some facilities reaching up to 500 ducks per hour. After cutting, the food factory packages the duck products, ensuring that labels comply with regulatory standards. The numbers Trending Farm provides you in this documentary are based on specific dates and sizes of food plants in Iowa. Subscribe to the channel to see more food plant sizes and huge productions in our upcoming videos.
Thank you for watching the video. Are you having any problems with your livestock farming? Please share your comments and questions, we are ready to answer. If you like our videos, please like, share, subscribe and recommend the channel to your friends so they can watch too. Hello and see you again.